Hello and welcome to I Am Geek. This is episode 49 and I am Ryan and I am sick. If you can't tell by my voice, this is not Barry White, this is Ryan Street. And I am sick, but we're still doing this because we know you guys want to hear from us every week.
Yes.
So I'm going to be on here off and on, but I'm going to have it muted for me probably so you guys don't hear me cough and sneeze and all that fun stuff. But we have your favorite guest back. The one and only Ray Chase. Welcome back, Ray Chase.
Hey,
thanks.
Ray.
I thought you were going to say Lucas the Spider, but
I know, right?
but hey, thanks.
That was skyrocketed. That was
I know.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Lucas the Spider.
crazy.
I'm actually coming out with something called Charlie the Chameleon,
Ooh.
which is going to be completely different than Lucas the Spider, but also exactly the same.
Good idea.
Welcome
gonna
to
be a-
YouTube.
We are kind of the launching board for those type of things because right after he was on our show, somebody bought him out, right? So he's.
Yeah.
Did y'all see that news? Right. So he's. Yeah. I don't know if it's a YouTube channel or what it is, but
It's a Canadian TV channel.
Canadian TV channel. There you go.
We messaged back and forth about it. It was funny.
Yeah.
On our private messaging because we're tight now.
Ooh, wow.
No.
You and Luke Hamill and all kinds of
Luke Hamill?
Mark
Hamill.
Hamill. Cut. Start it over.
Yeah, Mark Hamill liked one of my tweets.
Mark
I was like,
Skywalker.
Shut up.
It's a big year for me. Mark Hamill,
It is.
Ryan Johnson.
Lucas
Lucas the Spider. But his name is actually not Lucas the Spider
No,
that
it's-
you were talking to.
No.
Joshua.
Joshua.
Josh Slice.
Joshua Slice. Nice guy. But he hopes stuff comes out of it. He hopes it, it works well. So
That's awesome.
It's all
So-
because he was on I Am Geek.
I know
So-
that it was a springboard.
So tomorrow I should be getting bought out by someone. Is that
Yes.
what's going to
Yes.
happen?
much.
Basically. Yeah.
That's amazing. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait to be bought.
It only took
Your whole
Josh
life.
one time, but it'll take you 4 times to be on the show.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm wearing them down.
Yeah.
I'm wearing down the buyers.
I can't wait for somebody to buy me out, but I don't think I have anything anybody wants.
No.
I keep having to give other people money. So I
Yeah.
don't know.
Oh well. But anyways. Hey, I saw Scooby Doo versus Supernatural. Scooby Doo. Scooby. What was it called? It was called.
Scooby's
Supernatural episode.
But it was called like Scooby Natural or something like that.
Oh,
Supernatural.
that's
It was what
clever.
popped up on the screen.
Oh.
It was really good. I highly recommend it.
good.
If you like Scooby Doo
Oh.
and you like Supernatural, you'll
Perfect
like
combination.
I'm like a whole season behind, but I'm going to just watch that episode.
It's fine. You can just watch this episode. It doesn't.
Okay.
It's one of those episodes that just sort of you can just watch and not have to know what's going on
Nice.
with the
Wow.
rest of the season.
Are you behind a season on Scooby Doo or behind a season on Supernatural?
I'm never behind a season on Scooby Doo.
Oh, okay.
It's Supernatural.
I just wanted to clarify because I was confused.
Sorry.
You will
Yeah, I'm
see
behind
stuff
seasons.
in this episode that you have never seen in a Scooby Doo episode that would horrify children and traumatize them.
Oh, good.
Wow.
Good.
Nice.
That's
Are they
what I like to
decapitating
hear.
people?
Yes,
Well, actually,
but not just that.
Spoilers.
It's spoilers. It's decapitation and then their arms and their legs, everything. Just
Oh.
That sounds like a
dismemberment.
Scooby Doo episode. I don't know.
Yeah.
Zoinks.
it's funny how Thelma responds to it.
Do tell.
This must be corn syrup.
Wow.
It's all fake.
Wow.
Oh,
It's really funny.
Kicking up.
But check it out. Watch it. I'm about ready to. I think I should. I'm trying to decide if I should pop another Halls, but
Got to be
I had like
careful.
50.
I've already completely ignored the back of it.
Is this a new bag that you've opened? How many are left in it?
I don't know.
Let's have an intervention. Do we need to have an intervention, Ryan?
I think so. I don't think
An
he's.
addiction.
I don't think he's sick. I think he's just obsessed with sucking up balls.
Yeah.
You have
I did
a problem
that.
with her.
They
Yeah.
taste like
When I was
candy.
When I was in high school, I used to do that. I would have those in my pocket instead of candy because it would be like but it was the mint ones. I was more on those, but not the cherry ones so much. But it was weird. But now I'm into the Ricolas. I don't know if y'all do the Ricola, but
used to.
those are so good.
Used to do those. I moved up to Halls.
Yeah.
K-Train
Doing the
leveled
hard
up.
stuff now.
There ain't no going back now. It's Ricola or nothing.
The honey ones, the honey halls.
Yeah, it's good too.
I'm guessing if I mute myself, it's not going to mute everything in like the recording.
I hope not, because
Yeah, that would be good.
That would be almost worse.
I'm sure.
I can.
If you mute,
over
if you
to the
mute on
corner.
Skype, you'll be fine. So
See, there we go.
there you go.
Oh, I'm fine.
Anyways,
Good.
You're just making
So-
it real, Ryan. It's real.
this
Yeah.
is real life. Man.
It's just life.
This is
Man.
life, man.
happening.
What happens?
Sometimes you're sick and you just have to press on.
Yeah, the show must go
That's what-
on.
That's what Scooby Doo would do.
That's
Hey,
what it's do with you.
Yeah.
There, I was looking one time because my son likes to watch it every once in a while, and we bought a few of the episodes. We found like a $5. It was the Scooby Doo and Batman, and but I was looking to find like a box set, and that's when I learned, because I just didn't realize this. I watched it growing up, but I didn't realize there were so many different sets, or whatever you call them. Like, I wouldn't call them seasons, but it's like you had. Yeah, versions. There you go. So
Mhm.
there's the original, and then what's new Scooby Doo. You had the ones with Scrappy and all kinds of stuff, and it was a lot to take in.
They had a whole 13 Ghosts of Scooby Doo with Vincent
That's right.
Price.
Oh, right, yeah.
Which I always kind of liked. It was just so weird and random. It was kind of fun. Then all the movies with like Dick Van Dyke, and of course like you said, Batman and all those. There's a recent one called Be Cool Scooby Doo that was almost looked like it was drawn by the people who did Family Guy. That was a more comedic version. It was kind of funny. I don't know. It's really random. Like every episode, Daphne had like a different thing that she was obsessed with. One episode, she was obsessed with puppets, and she had little hand puppets of all the people, like Fred and Scooby and everything, and she would talk through the puppets. It got really weird, but funny.
Working out some psychological issues.
I think so.
You forgot about the WWE Scooby Doo.
Oh yes, of course. They've had a couple of those now. I
Yeah,
think.
they have, which is weird. If you're saying Scrappy Doo, he's hidden in the episode somewhere.
Oh.
He's not part of the episode, but if you look for him, you'll see him.
Is he mounted on a wall?
No.
There's a hidden Scrappy.
There's a hidden Scrappy. It was hilarious. I was like, Scrappy.
Puppy power.
Wow. Speaking of hidden,
What did you find?
Look what I found.
that was an attempt at a segue to hidden Mickeys. Ray, you just got back from
What?
See, this is what happens, right? When you get sick, you let us rule the roost here, and we mess it up. So, but anyways, Chase, you just got back from Disney World, is that right?
Indeed, I did.
Did you find any hidden Mickeys?
I found. Hiding and lurking. Actually, I think my son found a couple. Where did he find them? I don't know. I think he was actually sort of just seeing geometric shapes that were circles. And there's one. And then, I'm like, I guess. I don't know if that was intentional.
It's a potato, but okay. Yeah.
It's round.
Okay. But we got back. I don't know, like a week or so ago. Kind of a little short trip, but we did the Void again. We did the Secrets of the Empire. My second time, my family's first time, and that was amazing. Again, I think when I was here before, I was telling you guys that I thought it wasn't going to be there that long. I think it's going to be there forever. Yes, forever.
Yeah. I looked to see how far out, and they had them as far out as like late April. The last time I checked, but
yeah.
I'm hoping they'll extend it because Ryan and I are going in October. Oh, you're going in
I'm
June.
going in June now. Here's the thing.
Oh.
So,
just cause.
well, no, not just cause. Okay, so when I went down last October, I found a cheaper plane, like a way cheaper flight. So I switched to that one, but they wouldn't like give me my money back. It would like went into a Southwest account or whatever that I could use on later flights. So I was like, I didn't know those expired. And then I looked on the other day, and they're like, oh, it expires end of June. And I'm like, oh, junk. Well, I'm not going to lose out on a free plane ticket. So I thought, well, I'll go see our parents. And those flights were just like so expensive. I'm like, that's not going to work.
I was like, why go see my parents when I can go to Disney World?
Well, but no, like there was like no way I could afford that. And then I looked at Dallas, and it was like expensive. So, and then Disney was like cheap. Like Disney took care of it. Like I was like, well, I guess I'm going to Disney for a couple
worked
days.
out.
Yeah, so basically I'm flying in like late at night one day, then I'll be there for 2 days, and then fly out early in the morning. So we have a relative that lives in Orlando, so I'm just going to go stay with her.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
And I'm not going to go to the parks because I don't have money for tickets, but I'm going to go try to do the
void.
Do the void.
Yeah. Check that out, man.
So I'm
it was
excited.
awesome, and there was things I noticed this time that I didn't notice the first time. So some of the decisions that you make or how quickly you do different things does have an impact on the experience, which was kind of cool. My son noticed some things. He was pointing some stuff out. I mean, it was his first time, and of course, with him being like 11, I got to make lots of "Aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper" jokes throughout the entire experience. I thought was hilarious. But yes, we get it. Get it. I'm short. But yeah, it was super fun. It was super fun, even a second time, and when we got done with it, they were all excited and wanted to do it again, of course. But it's a bit on the pricey side, so we'll probably do it on another trip. But I don't know. I don't understand why they're only pre-selling like 2 months at a time, because it's kind of bizarre. Because for Catron, you're going in October. Why not just go ahead and be able to buy your tickets and know that you have them, instead of having to continually check back. But I think they opened up another one in Glendale, so now there's 2 out in California that's doing the Secrets of the Empire. But so that was super fun. That was like the very first thing we did when we got to Orlando. We ran right to Disney Springs, bypassed everything else. We must kill stormtroopers, and then the vacation has officially begun.
Oh. As all vacations should begin.
As they should. I agree. That's
awesome.
Yeah, I guess they're just still trying to make sure they get enough interest, which I can't imagine that people would lose interest in it, but I guess that's why they're only doing a couple months at a time. But I imagine, like I said, it'll still be there. But
yeah, I just hope they don't change it out for Frozen Ever After or something.
Oh God, I hope not either. Well, we dropped so much money there because the tickets, like I said, are relatively expensive. And then when it was over, we were like looking at the clothes and stuff. And I didn't get a shirt the first time, and I thought, okay, well maybe I'll get a shirt this time. And I was like, no, I don't think I want one. And then my daughter was like, well, I want to get one. So okay, well I'll get you one. And so then we leave the store, and she's like, well, I want to get my boyfriend one. Okay, fine, we'll go back. And then, like, my son's like, well, I want to get a hat. Seriously, we're going to go back for a third time and buy... Sure, let's go back and buy you something, too. So, we walked away with all sorts of swag for everyone else but me, with Void logos and Secrets of the Empire and ILM X Labs, embroidered all over everything, so...
ILM X Labs?
ILM X-Lax. ILM X Labs. It's a different X-Laxes.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So this is a probably stupid question, but this Void thing, is it related to Disney at all?
Disney bought in just stock or something in it so they can have control over part of it. Yeah. That's because the guy that runs it was facing some money problems. Like they weren't going as well as he thought they were going to go. And then Disney said, well, you can bring it here, but we now own part of this one.
Interesting.
So they can sort of have control over what's being put in there.
Just part of it.
Right.
Yeah, the reason I was asking is I've got we've got a ton of Disney dollars, and I was like, I wonder if I can use it, but it doesn't sound like I will be. But
so.
It's not Disney running it; it's just they have part of it. So yeah, that's fine.
So Disney owns something else that's cool and that everybody likes.
Wow,
that's amazing. They seem to have a habit of doing that.
Right?
They don't outright own it. It's some kind of weird business thing that I don't understand. But I read something about it. Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, they were nominated for was it a VES award for best theme park special attraction or something. I think the Pandora Banshee Flight of the Banshee thing. I think that's the one that won. But I know the Secrets of the Empire was nominated, so that's kind of cool.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I want to go to there.
So what else did you do at Disney while you were there? Any fun stuff?
Well, we wanted to go to Pandora to experience that, because none of us had experienced Pandora yet, and my daughter wanted to go on Everest, and my parents were former cast members, so we were using their guest passes to get in. We got all the way over to Animal Kingdom, where we're getting ready to walk in, and they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, but the Disney guest passes are blacked out for this period."
Oh.
And I was like, "What?" And we were all like, "What?" So we can't go, and we're just standing there, and we can see, the mountainy things of Pandora and whatnot. And yes, they turned us around and sent us away. So
I hate Disney.
That wasn't fun, or quite the opposite, actually. But over at Magic Kingdom, we were there the day they reopened Pirates, which was kind of good timing, unintentional timing. But it was the first day with the enhanced or changed auction scene.
Politically correct.
Yes, more politically correct.
More politically, yeah. Still got issues.
But It didn't really bother me. I know a lot of Disney fans are enraged that they changed it, but it was funny because when we were in line and we were waiting to go on, I was like, okay, we're gonna get to see the new scene. We get to see the new scene, and so we go on and we get off, and my daughter was like, "What was the new scene?" And I was like, "The auction. They changed the auction," and she was like, "He changed it?" Oh, I think it's gonna be like a completely new something different. So yeah, I mean it's not so. I mean, obviously fans of the ride and whatnot will definitely notice the difference. But one thing that's interesting is they tried to keep a lot of the dialogue sort of the same-ish. So now they're auctioning off, I don't know,
chickens.
Well, they're auctioning off stuff that people have in the town. They're all in line, with all of their stuff. But now the auctioneer is really just talking about the chickens, so that the dialogue stays sort of the same. And it's kind of like, well, if you're going to change it, just completely change it instead of having him. What be I offered for this? Whatever hen. And it's like, oh, okay. Do pirates really care? Are they? Oh my gosh, they're getting the poultry out quick! Come on, this is what I've been waiting for.
Yeah, I think they would just take the poultry.
They would just take the chickens.
Yeah.
Why are they? Yeah.
See, I wish. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say now, Red, who now speaks, and she's a pirate and whatnot, and they're like, well, they're not interested in the chickens. They're here for the rum. So they've changed it from "we wants the redhead" to "we wants the rum, we wants the rum," which I really don't see them putting on shirts and kids.
Really.
Say "we wants the rum." It's like, well, that's sending the wrong message too, right?
Yeah,
that's right.
See, they should have kept the "we wants the redhead" and put it where she was coming in to be another auctioneer, and they're battling back and forth. And she's like, "Forget the chickens, I've got the rum." And then they could have said, "We want the redhead, we want the redhead."
Yeah.
For the auction instead of the auctioneer, and then that would have solved it.
It's still objectifying women, Ryan.
No, it's not. She's got the better stuff. She's got the
and
better
it's glorifying
product.
alcohol.
What?
So.
Yes.
She's got the better product. She's like, I've got the stuff for sale over here, and they're like, well, we want to buy the redhead stuff, not your stuff.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
forget the women. They'll get drunk.
Yeah.
I just thought it was kind of funny because they chose hen. It's like, well, don't don't you call a mother hen? Like you call some lady a
Yeah.
hen? You know, it's like
Henpecking.
it's like somebody's gonna come and say, well, they're just still talking about women there. But, and PETA's gonna come out and say, well, what are they doing to these chickens?
They're objectifying these chickens.
That's right.
We're just closing the ride.
you
We can't make
That's
anyone
right.
happy.
Yeah.
I thought it
We're
was.
burning down the town.
I thought it was odd that they basically took, from what I could see, something from the Great Movie Ride and just made it into the redhead instead of just sort of, I don't know. Instead of like, well, they just changed completely how she looks, and I don't know how to say it without sounding horrible, so I'm just going to say it.
She doesn't look like a rough pirate.
No.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But at least they're recycling. And
Yeah.
they could have bought
Yes.
all new animatronics and charged us more for parking at a resort.
They're going to charge us more for parking anyways. They might as well have a good animatronic if they're going to make a new one.
That's right.
They should have took the xenomorph and put it in there.
Yeah.
And put like a red wig on it. And great.
She just sort of stands out. Like it's just it's noticeably different from the other animatronics around her. It's like, look, there's Jane or Sigourney or whoever it is.
But so, Ray, how about this though? Have you seen a video of it, and then you've also seen it live? Is it as noticeable live as it is on the video?
It really isn't, because I mean the thing is you kind of truck by there pretty fast, right? I mean you don't. There was one video where a boat got stuck, like in front of the scene, so they just got to sit there and record and like analyze and like really look at it. Before we had gone on it, my brother, who back in the day he worked at the Great Movie Ride, so he's got lots of history with the ride and so forth, and friends that were kind of at the movie ride until the very end. And so I guess they had already texted him and said, hey, look, I think they're using Jane's head or Sigourney Weaver's head from the Alien bits. They repurposed it for pirates. So we went through and when it was over, he was like, yeah, I can't really tell. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say, because again, you're kind of moving by kind of fast, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe they reused it, maybe they didn't, but
maybe it's an Easter egg for the next Pirates movie, and Sigourney Weaver is going to be, and she's going to be the redhead.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Perfect casting.
Yeah. They also changed a couple other things, kind of minor stuff. I guess they had added some stuff from Pirates 4 with the mermaids, the first beach scene. They added like a skeleton of a mermaid, and they added they had a chest, that they had carried Serena or whatever her name was in the Blackbeard one. That's all gone. It's kind of back to being the original sort of beach setting. They kind of cleaned that all up, and I think before you could hear like mermaid song and stuff if you went through there. That's all been replaced as well. Wow. But the mist screen is still there, which I never really liked, and I don't really like that addition. It feels sort of shoehorned in, and the timing's never right, so you get like the end of Davy Jones's line and the beginning of Blackbeard's line, and it's just these are projections, doesn't feel like ghosts coming out of the mist to like warn me of anything, but it's still there. That's still there. But
any Javier Bardem, any of that stuff in there?
No, unless he's under the water lurking.
Yeah, he's under the water.
Yeah,
he's underwater.
No.
The actual Javier Bardem is underwater there.
Yeah, they keep
he's
him
there. He's actually there. Yes.
Nice.
So, have any of y'all ever gotten wet on Pirates of the Caribbean? Like really wet, like sat in the front?
Yeah.
Because it's only happened to me once, and I think I've sat in the front before. But what happened the time it was my son's first time riding it, and somebody in the back, they said that they stood up. Later, we were talking to them, which changed the weight. Mm-hmm. So, because we got really wet, and I was like, "You're not supposed to really get that wet on this ride," but we did, and that's what my son remembers, and he always tells that story to people. And we got wet, He's excited on the little drop, But I don't know. I didn't know if anybody else had experienced that.
Yeah, I've got wet a couple times.
Interesting.
Not soaked, but wet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I get a little bit.
Yeah.
But speaking of rides sitting in the front and the back, there's that article I sent you guys for you sit in the back and you have kidney stones. It'll help
I
you
lost
pass
you
your
guys.
kidney stones.
Uh-oh.
Hello?
You didn't lose us.
Oh, I just lost me, I guess. Anyways.
Oh, good.
Anyway,
Big Thunder
Brian's
Mountain, is that what
hallucinating.
you're saying?
passing kidney
Thunder
stones.
I know. I need to move there. I need to move there and just ride that ride every day.
Yeah.
Pew, 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 pew.
Interesting.
them out.
I wonder.
If you sit in the front, it doesn't pass as well. If you sit in the back, and you get like a 90% removal rate, apparently,
I'll sit in the back.
Wow.
for it. So
Next
there
time
you
I go, I'm
go.
going to be like, can I please have the kidney stone removal seat, please?
Oh, we got
Sure.
another little
We didn't clean it off the last time.
It doesn't work like that.
I know.
God.
I guess at least you're in the back, so if they are coming out like that, you're not going to get hit in the face with them.
It doesn't work
Is it
like that.
hailing?
Trust
What's
me.
going on back here?
I've passed many of them. It doesn't.
I didn't know it stormed like this in Florida.
No.
Stones.
Somebody on that ride's passing kidney stones.
Best one over here. Jeez.
It's like those and then there's those splash zones where you stand on a bridge and the pass, you get hit by all the stones.
Like river rocks.
This is painful.
Mommy, I want to go stand on the kidney stone bridge. All right. That's how it works.
Probably be a charge for that, though.
Probably so.
Probably so. Yeah.
Then you could take them to one of those machines and get them flattened into like a coin.
The pressed coins.
Like little compressed kidney stones. That's nice, Ryan.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for showing us the kidney stone, Ryan.
Hey, you started it.
Yeah.
That's one right there.
Isn't that wonderful?
I keep them and make jewelry out of them
Oh,
and sell them on Etsy.
for your kids.
Ugh.
I guarantee if you Google that, somebody's selling them on Etsy.
Oh yeah. You can buy anything on the internet, man.
Yeah.
You can buy nests on eBay, like wasp nests, like huge ones.
Oh.
I don't know. There's a channel we like to watch. It's called What's Inside, and I'm sure I've talked about this on the show before, but they cut open all kinds of stuff. They have tons of money. They live in Utah. They drive Tesla. They have this huge house. But yeah, they'll just buy stuff and cut it open. Like they bought when the iPhone 10 came out, or the X, whatever you want to call it. They got one and cut that sucker open and showed what it looked like inside. Yeah, they're ridiculous, but they're down to earth people. It's funny because they don't claim to be super smart. They don't know a whole lot. Especially if you watch the whole progression, they're intelligent, but they're not like, tell you every detail about everything. But it's pretty neat to watch if you watch all of their shows and how they've progressed and gotten better. It started off as a science project for the kid. It's a kid and his dad, and he did something where they cut something open and showed what's inside of it. So they started a YouTube channel and have millions of viewers and subscribers and follows and all that fun stuff. So, but anyways, they got a hornet's nest or a wasp nest, and it was as big as your head, and they cut it open. And of course, it doesn't really look like much. It's just like looks like paper and has maybe whatever in it, but it was pretty neat. But they're kind of ridiculous. Stuff they buy and just cut open. You're just like, oh my gosh! But they also end up giving some of it away. It's like, put us a comment at the bottom, and
You can have this broken iPhone.
and yeah, well, then they'll have two. They'll have one iPhone that they tear apart and probably one they keep, right? And then they'll give one away. I'm just like, good grief, that's $1,000 right there. It's
I hope they don't come in with a puppy or anything.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, God.
We're gonna cut this open. See what's inside.
Let's see what's
yeah.
inside.
Well, they did an April Fool's Day joke. They said
Oh,
we get all these requests to cut open Lincoln. He's the kid. And so he said, well, we're going to do it. So here we go. And he gets this, it looks like the magic trick where you've got this thing that goes over your stomach, and he's got this saw that's is it the jigsaw? Basically, it goes down or whatever, the skill saw, whatever. And he goes across and he's like, and it ends up being that it's a magic trick, but what happens is when he puts the saw down onto, and I'll tell you the trick here, folks. So this is all the secrets revealed.
Secrets revealed.
It's a special box, and the blade is loose. So first he has it on there, and he cuts something with the blade to show it's sharp, and then he at some point he loosens it or whatever, because when he sets it down on the box to go across, it drops the blade into this hole, and then he goes across, and it's making that noise, and then as he gets to the end, there's this metal piece in the kind of the slide part, and it slides onto the bottom, and there's a blade at the end of the track there, I guess, and he pulls it out, and it looks like he's got the blade on it, like he went through the kid, and they're like, oh, just kidding, we never cut into him. And there's some sick people out there, and so yeah, but it's kind of funny because they'll cut into stuff like a battery on accident, and it's like, whoa, it's catching fire and all this, or they'll hit something with it because they'll have a saw and they're cutting like a ball, and it's not easy to cut a spherical object, a sphere, right? It'll shoot off, and it's like, whoa, but it's
there goes my thumb.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, what's inside my thumb?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, they haven't shown any accidents like that. If they've had any, but it's funny because again, they're either upper middle class or rich, whatever you want to call them, but they're doing a lot of this stuff on their kitchen or dining room table. It's this nice table, and they took a Stretch Armstrong and cut it open, and all this stuff was all over the table, and it took forever to get it off. They showed having to clean it and all this, and it's like this really nice black table, and they ended up from that point on they bought a huge wooden cutting board, and they do everything on that now. But they were just like, oh, she's gonna kill us, mom. It's funny. They're younger than us, which is the family, the mom and dad, so that frustrates you even more. You're like, what have I done wrong in my life?
I like to cut things open.
Yeah, he was a financial guy, like a stockbroker kind of deal or whatever, I guess. So he probably made good money that way. But even then, now he travels everywhere. Like they did shows in Europe and Asia and all this, and they'll go speak at these. Yeah, they'll speak at these YouTuber conventions or whatever, and it's must be fun.
Yeah.
So
Ryan looks like he's near death.
No,
I'm sorry.
I'm past near death. I am dead.
There was like a moment there. I'm like, Katrin's talking. I look up at Ryan, and Ryan's just like,
That's usually what happens when I start talking. So it doesn't surprise me.
No, that's still really bad. I think I'm going to call this episode the "What's Inside Ray Chase," and then
we might get some "What's Inside" listeners. That's right.
oh my God! Did they really cut him open?
Whoa! Who's Ray Chase?
Now I want to cut one
he's
open.
dead.
We'll give away Ray Chase at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
That's okay. We have a spare to give away. Yeah.
I have another funny YouTube kind of story or whatever. I played, Ryan, you'll appreciate this. I played one of our songs from our patchwork days, our band in college. And I guess I never played it for my son, or if I had it, he was younger and didn't care. But now he's really into music. He's 6, but he's really getting into music. And at the end of it ends, and he's like, you should have put at the end, please remember to like and subscribe and comment below after you listen. I was like, no, we didn't have that when we made this. It really wasn't on YouTube either.
Back in my day, those things didn't exist.
Yeah, it was just funny. I was like, it's the way that the kids get their entertainment these days, I suppose.
Way before YouTube.
Yeah. Or if it was, it wasn't.
No, I think it was before.
What
It was before.
Yeah,
YouTube.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
before.
Yeah,
YouTube got big when?
I don't know.
That
Overnight.
That,
I don't know. Because that was the mid to late 90s when that would have occurred. So the 2000s seems like is when YouTube really started going, 2001 or 2, or started even. So
Yeah.
yeah, I guess so.
February 14th, 2005.
Oh,
Really?
So yeah, it definitely was pre-YouTube.
Wow.
And we didn't know what like or subscribe meant back then because we didn't have the Facebook or the Twitter.
The Twitter.
Or the Instagram.
When did we have MySpace? When was that?
We had MySpace was pre-Facebook. Or I had it before Facebook, right?
Yeah, it was.
Right.
Yeah.
We also had Zanga. Did you have a Zanga blog? Because it seemed like all of our friends in college had a Zanga blog. I think it was after college, but it's like that's how we kept in touch with each other. If we didn't have Facebook.
I wasn't big on the pooters back then. The
Pooters. 2003 was MySpace.
Oh, wow. So that was after college, actually. I thought it was during.
No, yeah, I remember because we were in Florida when that MySpace started kicking off.
Yeah.
Already.
I remember
college.
Starting college. The thing that one of the Greg Jones, he took me to the computer lab because he knew my roommate who had been going to the school, and Greg Jones took me to the computer lab. He's like, you can go here and you can just type in anything and pull up whatever you want. He's like, you got to be careful, but you can. So I remember, and of course I'm an IT guy. I went to school for that, and so I was like, I need to know how to do all of this, So, but I would just go to the computer lab because I guess I didn't have anything else. I'd just get on web crawler and just type in. I remember typing for some reason. I remember typing in wolves for whatever reason, but that was probably the first thing I typed in or something. But we had it at home, but it was Prodigy. And all I thought that it was at the time, or knew that it was like an encyclopedia because it's a whole bunch of information, right? And we eventually got AOL later, after I started school, and then all the other ones, the net. What was that one? I don't know. The free ones too. No, not Netscape. Well, Netscape was the browser we used at ETSU. But,
oh yeah.
I keep wanting to say NetSmart, but that's a vendor. Anyways. There were the free ones too, where you could get like 10 hours free. You signed up for an account, and you get the dollop.
And can you imagine that now? Like, I mean, I guess we all have like data rates and stuff with our phones, but I mean, back then it was like when you signed up with AOL, you get 50 the first month, 50 hours. Oh my God, 50 hours!
What am I gonna do?
I'll never be able to burn through 50 hours on this internet. And then now it's like 50 hours is nothing.
Yeah.
I used to get on chat rooms all the time. That was my thing in college, and it was weird people, but
just Instant
fun.
Messenger. Got on Instant Messenger a lot.
Same, yeah.
So,
You've got mail.
The door opening. Like,
right.
Who came on?
Who left?
Oh, the memories are flooding back. We've showed everybody how old we are now. That's true.
Right.
Somebody just rage quit.
That computer lab was like it was down in the bowels of
Gilbreth Hall.
Yeah.
It was one of them. There were a bunch of computer labs.
Where's the big one?
The big one was in the Culp Center.
Yeah, the Culp Center. Down in the bowels of the Culp Center.
And I worked in both of them. There was one in Gilbreth, I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. But the main thing that we did working in the computer lab was tear off the printouts, because it was the dot matrix printers, whatever, line feed. And so we tear those off for people and set them up there. And then we would just walk around, and if somebody had a question, it's funny though, because I mean, I didn't really know anything back then. Thought I did, but yeah. Yeah.
Good times.
Good times.
I just remember in high school when I had to take a typing class. Yeah. What computers would those have been on? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I remember the teacher coming around to me and the guy sitting next to me, and she was dead serious. And this is how teachers have changed. Back then, they didn't care. Like what they said to you, if it offended you or not. She said, "You two are the worst typers I have ever seen in my entire life." We're just like, thank you.
You did type like chopsticks.
I do. I still do. I'm horrible. Like a chicken.
Our typing class in high school, it was the monochrome screen, so it was green and black, right? The green writing and black. So it was just DOS. I don't know. Maybe it's WordPerfect or something. I don't know. But there was the lady that was the teacher. I don't really want to call her teacher because all she would do was like put this tape in a little tape player and push play, and it would talk to us and tell us what to type, and we're typing away. And on one of the tapes, since this was a tape recorder as well, somebody had gone in. I don't even know. It could have happened years ago because they're like, we're not going to buy new tapes, But you're listening and typing, all of a sudden you hear moo, like right in the middle of it, and then it goes back to the talking, So everybody gets a laugh, and the teacher's just over there like, I know, I can't do anything, I can't fix it, and
You're like MOOOO,
right? I could spell that.
Got that one.
Yeah.
There was some game that we did on the computer to learn how to type. It was like really little. It was like Oregon Trail type stuff. But like there was a little mouse that you were having to get to its hole before the cat got it, and you kept having to spell mouse over and over again. Yeah. And that mouse died so many times.
Just spell mouse, Chris.
I can't. I had little hands.
Oh, how times have changed.
Everywhere.
Yeah, you could go on for hours.
Now you don't even have to type. You just, talk to your phone, and it just dictates everything for you.
Siri, make mouse go in hole.
Mouse. Enter hole.
We had programming classes in middle school and high school, and most of it though I figured out because this is why I went into computer sciences. I thought that I could do it really well, and it turns out that I had these Turbo Pascal was the language I took in high school, and then before that it was BASIC, and I was like, I'm pretty good at this, and I can make this stuff happen. And then I got to college and I took C++, and I had to figure it out myself because in high school they just gave us the script basically, and said type this in, and they taught us about it, but they still just gave it to us for the most part, and it was just fun because we were just sitting there and we'd end up playing games after we finished it, and then I got to college and it was like here's a little bit of a clue, but you got to figure it out, and I enjoy a little bit of programming, but most of what I do is just not programming, but everything else probably. But I definitely figured out in college that I wasn't a programmer. But.
Yeah, I am not. I've tried. My wife does. She can design websites and do all the coding and everything, and she's like, it's easy. And she'll give you a book for dummies or whatever. HTML for idiots, and I'm just like, add the number put in equals. I don't know.
I do enjoy a little bit. Sorry, I do enjoy a little bit, but not on a big scale. I don't want to create software for a living, but I do enjoy taking other people's code and fixing it and doing something different with it. But that's about the extent of what I do. So, anyways,
as I say, I took Turbo Pascal in high school as well, and it wasn't too bad, but you're doing very simple things when you're, doing some of that high school stuff. I tried a couple of years ago using the Unity engine, trying to do making a little game and whatnot, and doing some coding for that. Yeah. And I had to I was leaving little nuggets of knowledge for Future Ray with the commenting, because you can leave comments. I'm like, okay, so this is what's doing this because this is the variable that controls this. Don't forget, because I knew I was like, I'm gonna come back to this in a week and be like, oh, what's making this happen? Or why is this broken? So so all the coding that I did for the my little Unity game, which I didn't get too terribly far with it. It has just gobs and gobs of comments for explaining what's doing what, because once I'd figure something out, would take so long to get something to work that I'd be on cloud 9 when it did, and I was like, I can't forget this. I can't forget how I did this. But yeah.
It's like a time capsule.
Yeah, it kind of was. I almost want to like open it up now and just kind of like just look at it and not understand anything that I'm seeing. Man, past me was smart.
You can see yourself slowly drifting into madness.
I know. Past me was a crazy man.
All work and no play make Ray something.
Something. I'm just glad I proved my math teacher wrong, because she would always say, "You're not going to have a calculator wherever you go." And now I'm like, I have a calculator wherever I go.
That's right.
I thought you were going to say that you proved her wrong, like, I can do math. No,
I didn't prove it wrong right there.
Because I got a calculator.
No, actually, I have a computer in my pocket.
That was one of the reasons why I think I didn't do well with programming too, because everybody's, whenever I would tell people I was in computer science, they said, "Oh, you must be really good at math." I was like, "No, actually not." Thanks for thinking that. I guess but that's probably why I don't do well. I guess because it is math, and we had a statistics course that was super hard, and for me, so that class that we had was in college. It was part of our IT program, but to be fair, the IT program was new when I got into it, so they didn't know what to give us really. And it was good to give us a statistics class, but it was a graduate level statistics class that I took as a junior or maybe a senior in college. I don't remember. And but the lady that taught it was from Peru and was difficult to understand. And I never had a statistics course before, so it was hard. I didn't do well, but we convinced me and this other guy that were in the class. We talked our advisor into letting us pass, even though we got such a bad score in the class.
Hey, come on, let us pass. Come on,
man.
Come
this
on.
isn't fair. Come on. Of course, it's really it doesn't help, I guess, but at the same time, it's like the only thing I did poorly, and pretty much. But but it probably didn't help the grade point average.
when I hit problem stat and calculus, I hit a wall in math, and I just like I was doing pretty well. Like the class before, that was like the last normal math class that like everyone takes. I was like getting like 99s on stuff. I was like, I'm doing pretty good with this math. Yeah, this is pretty good. And then those classes came along, like, I know what?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Bring back the math I know.
And
X, I don't understand. It's there.
My math ended in 5th grade when I had to learn multiplication tables. And the teacher said, if you do not know your multiplication tables by the end of Christmas break, you will get a detention every day you don't know them.
Wow.
I've only had detention once in my life, and it was because this evil teacher gave me detention for not knowing my 12s.
Wow.
Yeah. Her name was Miss Morehouse.
You just had to be...
And we called her something else.
That name.
Because she was so mean. And she had like very black hair and wore like so much makeup that it just looked like it was painted on, and she looked like a witch. I mean, it was scary.
I'm just picturing you in detention, like Breakfast Club or something. Like, hey,
I think I was crying.
What are you in here for?
Yeah.
I didn't know my 12s.
Yeah, I didn't know my 12s.
Oh, you're a tough one.
And my parents went in and like yelled at them and told them this is the stupidest thing they've ever heard of. This is not how you teach kids how to learn stuff, by giving them attention.
Parents would do that. Because I had a teacher that was I got really sick like one it was in high school, and there's like I couldn't get over something, and so I missed a bunch of this one class, and this guy was just evil, mean. It was like an art teacher thing. It was I don't know. He had just gotten a divorce or something, and so he was just like hated the world. And so he was going to fail me, and he said it was like cheating on my stuff by like copying some other artwork or something. And I was just like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. So our dad went in there and was like, oh, hey, I'm Chris Drew's father. Oh, hey. And then the guy just sat there and didn't say anything. And so my dad just kind of sat back on the desk and just put his arms crossed and just kind of stared at him. Till he finally like, so you're here to talk about your son? our dad is very threatening.
The wrath of Gary.
Wow. I never knew that about him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Such a nice guy.
People one time thought he was with the mob.
Yeah, he was on a plane and he was all dressed all in black, and he was sitting on the plane and he knew the pilot, and they said that the pilot came to him later and said, "Hey, just so you know, people were like very concerned. They thought you were like the big mobster that was on their plane and that something was going to go down."
Nice.
I probably told that story wrong, and he's going to be like, "You told that story completely wrong."
He's gonna call me up like, your brother told that story wrong.
Yeah.
So this is what you're gonna do next week. You're gonna say it the right way.
Yeah.
I'm
I can't help it. I'm hyped up on Halls.
Blame it on the halls.
Blame it on the Halls. But it's funny, later on in life, I found out that I had a mathematical learning disability that's like dyslexia, but I get numbers backwards. So that's why I've always had trouble with math. So I got detention for having a learning disability.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
For
man,
shame.
doesn't she
Shame.
feel bad now?
Yeah.
Probably
so rub
not.
that-
What if she's still alive? I don't even know.
That went to a dark place.
Yeah.
I wonder if she's dead.
That went dark
Jeez.
quick. Jeez.
So I had two teachers that there were these really weird rumors about them. There was one that supposedly she was hit by a train, and I think it's because, oh man, it's terrible. Her face,
Oh,
it
no.
was
Why?
kind of messed up. I'm just saying the truth. This is why people said this. Whatever. So, and then there was another teacher that was a biology teacher that she claimed that she was reincarnated from a fish, and her husband was too, or maybe just her husband, but he was missing an arm because something happened and he lost a fin when he was a fish. And so again, I don't know if they actually believe if these were if there was something she actually believed, but that was the rumor, because
Wow.
kids are
How did
terrible.
we get to this place in this episode?
I don't
I have
know.
no
It's
idea.
like the weirdest,
Hey.
nerdiest, geekiest episode ever. We've talked about
Yeah.
computers and IT
Get
and
it.
teachers. I had a
And
teacher in
fish
college.
people.
Yeah, I had a teacher in college that came to class dressed as a piece of okra
Nice.
and said she was Okra Winfrey. And proceeded to teach like that. And then another day
Okay.
she came dressed as a thing of grapes. She was
Brat?
strange.
She was a fruit of the loom.
She was something. And she had like a Wizard of Oz wedding, and she brought pictures and showed us. And she made us watch this horrible. This was like college.
What class was this?
This was for my Parks and Recreation degree.
Okay, that makes sense now.
I forget what the class was, but she made us watch this horrible movie that was about. I don't even want to. Yeah, we won't talk about it. It was very bad. Like, it was very. Like, the students were like very uncomfortable, and they're like, "Why did we watch this?"
It's a slideshow to her wedding.
No, it just had something to do. A broomstick and a girl, and that's all. I'll leave it.
All right.
I'll leave it at that.
All right.
Well,
So it's
there's
the end
that.
of Star Wars.
Which came out on Blu-ray this week,
Hey-o.
and it's the first
Oh.
Star Wars movie that I have not run out to the store to buy on the first day of release.
Aw.
Nor shall you.
Yeah, I think I'm good not owning that one.
If it goes like on super sale, maybe.
Super.
I still won't buy it.
I think as a person that likes Star Wars, I'll probably buy it just to
Yeah, I'll get it
have it.
sometime. I'll wait for it to go on sale.
But yeah,
Mm.
yeah, it'll have to be less expensive.
About Thor Ragnarok.
I
though.
did too. Well,
There you-
actually, I didn't have to buy it.
I was gonna say.
Oh.
Still-
People are giving you stuff for free again?
Well, I won a contest through the movie the movie theater here, and they sent me a bunch of Blu-rays, and it was like
Oh.
Despicable Me 3. I was like, great, and then all the other movies were on Amazon Prime, and I'm like, I
Oh,
don't want any of these. So I took it to Target. And I was like, I got these gifts, but I don't want to watch. And it was like I had my son with us, who is 3, and it was like the one of the Ring movies and stuff like that. I'm like, I don't think you should watch this. And they're like, oh yeah, you're probably right. Why don't you go? Here's some store credits. So I got Thor Ragnarok, and it was like $65 worth of store credit.
Wow.
Oh wow!
And so I got Thor Ragnarok, and I got patio furniture.
The movie.
Patio
The movie?
furniture.
I got 2 anoretic chairs and a little table for the price of the movie. So the movie theater bought me 2 chairs and a little table for my back porch.
Nice.
Very nice.
And I got Thor Ragnarok
So
out of it too.
Did you let them know on Twitter that you did that?
No.
Because didn't you win it on Twitter or something like
Facebook.
that? I remember seeing
Facebook,
it. Facebook, okay.
Enjoying the movies.
Yeah, I
thanks.
should take a picture of it and be like, thanks for the outdoor furniture.
What? We didn't.
But I kept Despicable Me 3 because that was a fun one.
There you go.
But I got rid of the rest of them. They were all like weird ones. I'm like,
Well, that's why they were giving them away.
Yep.
Exactly.
That's free money.
So now, Ryan, what was the deal with the Mark Hamill thing I saw on Twitter this week?
Oh well, we're
You mean Luke
personal.
Hamill.
Oh, I'm
personal
sorry.
friends.
That's right. Mark Skywalker.
No, okay. Hold
Very
on.
confusing.
That's right.
Okay, so earlier this week, Steven Spielberg, another close personal friend,
Oh.
not of me,
Oh,
but of
wow.
somebody,
Okay.
not of me. I guess Hardee's or Carl Jr. I guess are the same thing.
Yeah, they're the same thing.
Yes.
Wanted to have these new slider burgers, and they wanted to call them Spielburgers, and a play off of his name.
Yeah.
And he went on Twitter and made this video saying, you cannot do that, I'm not allowed this, blah, 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 blah. So Mark Hamill went on and posted that video and then put, hey, all respect for Steven Spielberg, I get where he's coming from, but I'm not above it. Why don't you call them Hamill Burgers?
Ah.
So I responded
Nice.
to him and said, I would eat up a Hamill burger and wash it down with a blue milkshake. And then he liked it. And I'm like, oh.
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 Mic drop. I'm out.
Yeah, so I can
Fancy.
die and become a Force Ghost now. I've done it all.
Nice.
Yeah, me and Mark Hamill. Not real. I mean, he liked to tweet that. That's sort of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It pays to stalk celebrities.
his eyes read my tweet.
Wow.
Or his assistant read it to him.
I was gonna say.
No, he's like one of those few celebrities that actually does his own Twitter.
Huh.
Because he'll make
keep
funny
telling yourself
comments and stuff.
Oh, he's dying. He's dying.
Losing him.
Oh, Lord.
Losing him.
Ryan down. Ryan down.
Don't you die on me, Ryan.
We gotta finish this strong.
I'll carry you, Mr. Ryan.
Bring out your dad.
Just sign it to us.
I'm still
I may
alive.
not be able to carry the ring, but I can carry you.
I'm not dead yet.
Okay. I'm not quite dead. She turned me into a newt. I got better. Oh,
Oh,
fun
man.
doing episodes on cold medicine. Let me tell you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, I do that every week.
It's the only way it gets through, folks.
Oh, so big news too. Yeah, Katrin, 2 of our people on here are celebrities now.
I saw that. Man.
For
In the credits.
Sherlock Gnomes movie. You guys are popping up in the
wow.
credits. Chris Street and Ray
Wow.
Chase, as well as Dorian Soto. I think that's it, right?
Monica Aston.
Is Monica on there?
Aston. Yeah,
Well,
she's on the
isn't there?
first
Yeah.
one, isn't she? Yeah.
She's in there.
Oh,
Top
Monica. It's all the
Yeah.
I'm Geekers. They're all
Yeah.
here.
Man. Except for us.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
It's because of
Yes.
the show. It's because of the show.
I actually did the very first shot of the movie.
Yeah, and I did the
7th,
1, 2,
6th.
4th.
See, I don't know
I
how
think it
to
was the fifth,
determine what that is.
Yeah.
What's the 5th? I don't know.
Can you describe what?
The very
Yeah.
first shot of the movie.
Yeah, great.
It'll be the very first shot of the movie.
So is there like a gnome doing something?
Yes. The movie opens with I don't know, like a camera zoom in onto a book, kind of like a classic sort of like Disney movie. You know how they start with the book, so it kind of zooms in on a book, and then a little gnome character appears and says some things, and the very first sequence. I have the very first shot, but Chris has a couple shots later in that sequence. We both worked on the opening sequence together.
Wow.
I do the gnome that introduces the book.
Yes.
The name of the movie.
What's his name?
Yes.
What's his name? I don't know. The little gnome. I don't know.
So I haven't seen it. Did they pronounce the G and everything?
No.
Because I was watching a commercial and I promised they said gnome.
Well, there is a commercial and the announcer keeps saying gnome, and then I don't know, it's some kind of joke or something for the commercial, and like the gnome shout, "It's gnome!"
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
I
it doesn't make
I heard the
sense
announcer
to
say
me.
gnome, and I'm like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
That sounds hilarious. What we're doing here is we're making it seem like the G, you can hear it. It's not silent. We're pronouncing it.
It's like, well, not really. But have you all seen Wicked, the show Wicked?
No.
Yeah.
It's a musical. I haven't seen it.
Go Wicked.
I've seen it. I saw it live.
The musical Wicked. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I've seen it a
it's
couple times. And the main character, well, not the main character. One of the main characters is Glinda, not Glinda. She makes a point of saying
Oh,
Glinda.
right. Yeah.
That's what that reminds me of. But that's so good. Yeah.
Yeah, Wicked was good.
Gnome. Yeah, I saw it somewhere.
Good home and good night.
So is this movie related to the Romeo and Juliet, or is it totally separate?
Indeed, it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it has all.
I did see that movie.
Characters plus new ones.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Depp thrown in there.
As Johnny Depp.
Yeah, sure.
Is it Johnny Depp
No,
playing
it's-
Johnny Depp?
Pretty much.
It's Johnny Depp playing Sherlock Gnomes playing Johnny Depp.
Oh.
It's very meta.
Mm-hmm.
Ewan McGregor, is that the?
Yeah, Ewan McGregor is Nomeo, and
Yeah.
Is it Ewan McGregor? I thought it was James McAvoy.
James McAvoy. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know.
McAvoy.
They're all British. I don't know.
Yeah,
They all sound the same.
same person. Yeah, it's James McAvoy, and what's her name? I can't remember her. John Krasinski's wife. I can't remember her name.
Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt. Yeah, is Juliet.
Mary Poppins.
Also knows Mary Poppins, yes.
Wow.
Indeed.
Wow.
Mhm.
Hey, did you guys watch, I don't know if we ever talked about this when I've been on, a series of unfortunate events on Netflix? Have you guys?
Yes.
I watched
Yes.
like 2 episodes. They got a little dark for me.
Oh, it's so good. Season 2 starts tomorrow.
Yeah, I know.
Does it
That's
get-
my plan
Oh,
for the
man.
weekend.
Does it get better? Because did he like beat children and stuff?
No.
Nah,
Hush
I
your
don't
mouth.
really beat them.
No, he does, doesn't he?
Not with
He like
sticks.
hits them or something.
No.
I think he slaps the girl at one point.
Yeah, he
but I
slaps
mean,
the girl.
they did that in the movie too.
I
Yeah.
never watched the movie, so
The baby is amazing. All the subtitling on the
Yeah.
baby is just awesome.
And this is so much better than the movie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And Neil Patrick Harris is amazing, and Patrick Warburton
Oh, yeah.
is amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic. In fact, when we were in Orlando, we went on Soarin', and Patrick Warburton is the
announcer guy. Yeah.
announcer guy that comes out to give you all the instructions. And so, when he comes out, when I see Patrick Warburton, I think Putty from Seinfeld, which is kind of where he kind of got started.
Yeah.
I think Kronk, Emperor's New Groove. So he comes out, and my daughter was like, "Oh, it's Lemony Snicket."
Oh.
And I was like, well, yeah, it is Lemony Snicket, but
Yes, but no.
I'm going to go with Kronk or Putty.
Or
But,
Tick.
sure,
Or
you
Tick.
go with whatever, relates to.
The Tick, yeah.
So, yeah.
I'll have to give it another shot. I'm excited to watch. I don't know if you guys liked it. The season 2 of Santa Clarita.
Santa Clarita Diet.
Yeah,
Is it good?
I like the first season a lot, but I'm
Awesome.
weird.
We tried
that one's
to
not
watch
that
it.
one's not dark for you though. Like
Yeah, really.
I don't care. Here's my weird thing. Okay, here's my weird thing. it bothers me when stuff happens to children and animals.
Mm-hmm.
But adults, I don't care. You do whatever you want to. The adults, in TV and movies. But when it's kids or animals, it like tears me up.
Hey, you still haven't watched Life of Pi, have you?
No. No. Actually, I did. I watched it after all that stuff happened.
Oh, so you fast forwarded?
I was on TV and I watched it until the end. So I saw the middle to end or whatever it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Fine.
That's
Yeah. But Santa cleared it. Like most people can't make it past like episode 2 where all the vomiting
yeah, we
happens.
didn't get far.
It's
But
pretty disgusting.
It's
Yeah.
I was like dying laughing, and Jennifer was like dying laughing through the whole series. So all our friends are like online saying, like on Facebook and stuff, saying that show's horrible, and we're sitting there going, like, it's so funny.
It's not that
Of course, I've always liked Drew Barrymore and stuff.
Good.
yeah.
And what's his name? The husband.
Yeah,
He's really good. He was on
he's been on a bunch of stuff.
what's that show? Justified.
Yeah,
That's a good show.
yeah, but I liked it. I'm weird.
There's a thing on Netflix. If you know Joel McHale,
Yeah,
he did the thing on E where it's like Talk Soup.
Talk
Yeah.
soup.
Well, he's got a new
soup.
he's got a new show on Netflix which is basically Talk Soup, where he does that same thing. And yeah, both the actors from Santa Clara Diet show up on this week. It's pretty funny. He just it's the same thing as Talk Soup. He just goes over all the stupid shows
Nice.
on TV for the week, and there's a new episode each week.
if it ain't broke, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That
I
was so
finished
good.
Jessica Jones. Did you guys watch that yet?
Yeah,
I think I'm halfway through it. Yeah.
that's good. I like
Good.
it.
It's good.
I
It's really
actually I like her better in this one than the
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
one. The
Yeah.
villain is still the best in the first one.
Mm.
But yeah. Oh, Ryan just like his head exploded, I think. He's muting it, but we'll just
That's right.
do the noises
Here's
for
what
it.
Ryan's really saying.
Oh, yeah.
Bring me a clean trash can.
Oh, the humanity.
So speaking of zombies, I guess, right? Have you watched any of iZombie? Have you gotten back into
I'm
it?
behind.
First episode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
this
the first episode.
last season was really good, and this season's good too. This last one that happened this week was really good. And, I don't know, they're all good. It's a good show.
Did you guys check out Krypton
It's
at all
funny.
yet?
I have not watched Krypton.
No.
Is it any good?
No.
It's good. I liked it.
The commercials
it's-
didn't do much for me.
Yeah, the commercials are kind of okay, but it's actually a pretty good show. And it really delves into like the mythos, a lot of the stuff from the comics and everything, but kind of changed up though. And Brainiac is going to be like the main kind of like threat
Nice.
coming towards Krypton, and like the look of him, he looks really cool.
Mm.
I'm impressed with. They did some actual makeup and then did like special effects around him and stuff. Looks really nice, and it's almost like a there's like a Back to the Future type essence to it.
Marty
because-
McFly's there?
Yeah, Marty McFly's there. Well, almost. It's a character from DC Comics that he's a time traveler, he's a space traveler, and he comes back to Krypton, and he can only remain there for like certain stints, and he I guess goes back to the future, but he's there trying to get Superman's grandfather to continue the legacy, otherwise Superman's going to disappear and not exist anymore because someone's come back in time to try and stop him from existing.
Terminator.
And so he brings Superman's cape with him and gives him to him, and like the bottom of it's almost kind of crackling and disappearing. He's like, once this is gone, like he's gone. So you gotta continue the legacy. So, it's good. The first episode was good. I haven't watched the second episode yet, but Jenny likes it better than the other DC shows right now. She's like, yeah, I'm liking this better than Flash.
Better than Gotham?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's not saying a whole lot right
She
now.
doesn't watch Gotham.
Oh, Gotham has been
I
so
think it's on par with Gotham. Like,
good. Are you caught up with Gotham?
I haven't watched tonight's episode, but
I haven't watched tonight's episode, yeah.
It's been good. I'm like, Ray gave up on Gotham.
What? Oh, you need to go back. It's gotten so much better. Like
It went too
so
far off
much
the rails
better
for me.
Like this season has been amazing. Last season, but this season, yeah, especially with the Riddler and Penguin and stuff, and
I like the Jerome kid. I like the Joker, who's not the Joker, but probably really wink wink is the Joker. But yeah, everybody else, the whole rest of the show, I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah, he's getting to be a bigger part this season.
Yeah, he's there. He's a he's a doofus on Twitter.
Who isn't?
He posted something. I don't follow him or anything. Somebody retweeted it. He posted, "If you don't like Star Wars: The Last Jedi, then you're just a man, baby."
Oh, did he really post that?
I'm like, really?
Gosh.
Come on.
Well, he is.
Okay, let that be the final word then. Okay, you're right.
And the thing they're doing with Poison Ivy's been pretty cool.
Yeah. Catwoman's been good.
Did you see the one where Bruce is like hallucinating?
Yes.
And then he sees Gordon with the mustache?
Yeah.
And he's like, when he wakes up, he's like, Gordon, you were in my dream and you had a mustache. And he was just like, that's stupid.
Has Bruce hit puberty yet?
A little bit.
Yeah, a little
bit. Is he bulking up?
Not really bulking up yet, but he's
Alfred,
got
make me a protein shake.
Yeah, he's
not Jesus.
He's not as annoying.
He turned dark Bruce, but now he's come out of it.
Yeah, his storyline isn't the best, and it's still everybody else's.
And his is still sort of in the background. It's more about Gordon and Penguin, the Riddler.
Yeah.
Of course, Art Bullock is good in it still.
Yeah.
Well, the thing I told Chris, I don't know, maybe this was somewhere when I was watching it in season 1. What I really wish they would have done, since it's kind of just turned into not even trying to follow any sort of Batman canon or logic at all, since like all the villains are there and Batman's still a kid. Well, what could have like sort of set the tone for this, what if world is if Bruce Wayne had been murdered with the Wayne parents, and it's basically this is Gotham where there was never a Batman, and it's just Gordon and the police force, and it's the same villains. I mean, they're kind of doing that already, where it's like the same villains as Batman. It's just there is no Batman. But they're like, and this was the problem that I had. One of the problems I had with the show when I first started watching it is like they're anchored to Bruce Wayne being in the show, and the fact that he's going to be Batman one day. So it's like they feel like they need to spend this time with him to kind of show this Batman Begins type thing with him, and it's just like, just dump that and focus on everything else, and not worry about like what little kid Batman's doing over here to the side, and don't worry about canon or age or this villain's too young or too old to be so and so. Just kind of just do a what if world and take it from there.
Yeah, I'm still kind of hoping they'll do like a time jump in between seasons where Bruce has gone off and he's actually trained, but you don't have to see all that. So it's like a time jump and it's him coming back, not necessarily in Batman form, but he's like older and tougher.
Comes back and it's John Cena.
John Cena. Yeah, exactly.
I got all roided up, Alfred. I'm ready to go.
WrestleMania next Sunday. Woo!
Uh-oh.
I know what we'll be talking about in a couple weeks.
Oh, I'm going to be sick next week.
Ryan will send you some cough drops. You'll be okay.
Yeah. See, eat like half a bag. And
he sounds so much better than when we started out. So.
Yeah.
It's true. It's working. It's science.
It's working.
Science. I'm sure as soon as I get out, I'll be like hacking stuff up, loosening it all up. It's the worst. Oh wow, we're already hour and 13.
2 hours in.
No, hour and 13.
Oh,
hour 5.
Did I just freeze?
You did.
You did a little bit.
But can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I don't understand. Oh well. I feel like there was something else. Oh, there was more Infinity stuff, wasn't there? We didn't
There's a Hawkeye poster.
We never talked about the new trailer, did we?
Oh, I haven't watched it.
very
I
brief.
refuse to watch it.
Ray hasn't watched it. He's not going to watch it.
I can't believe that they brought in.
I do find it funny all the Hawkeye stuff that's coming out of it. Like this isn't like a spoiler for anything, but yeah, just Hawkeye wasn't in the trailer, and so everybody's making a big deal over it, and people are making posters where they've just replaced everyone with Hawkeye.
I'm cool too, guys.
I like Hawkeye.
Yeah,
I'm thinking they're not showing him because what he's doing is going to be kind of pivotal, and he's going to have a big change.
He kills Thanos.
There is I saw a clip of the animated show where they're fighting Thanos, and everyone seems to be having a problem with Thanos. But Hawkeye, Thanos is disappearing and reappearing behind people and knocking them down, and then Hawkeye just jumps in and just starts shooting arrows everywhere, not even looking, predicting where he's going to land. And just keeps hitting them over and over again.
Nice.
That's how they bring him down, because Hawkeye keeps annoying him.
So in the comic books, correct me if I'm wrong, Hawkeye's deaf. Is that right?
Deaf?
What?
Deaf?
He's deaf?
What?
No.
I read something the other day, and it was like,
Am I deaf?
In the comics, Hawkeye can't hear, and I'm like, what? I didn't know that.
Well,
No.
there was.
He's actually blind.
That's
somebody else.
In the Ultimate Universe, I think there was something like that.
Okay.
And there was an alternate universe thing where there was something like that.
It was one of those articles, and I'm like, I didn't know this. I don't understand. I'll have to ask Chris.
He's only deaf in his right ear when it's cold out.
Oh.
He's got a hearing aid.
So, do you think Thanos is going to die, or is he going to live on?
Predictions? Oh.
Yeah, predictions.
I think he'll probably be in the next Avengers after this Avengers. Avengers, 4?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, typically he never really dies. He just gets trapped somewhere, usually in the comics.
It's angry.
Yeah. But, I don't think, I'm kind of I'm with Ray. I think he'll continue into the next one. I think a bunch of other people will die, and the next one will be New Avengers. With
Redneck Avengers.
Redneck Avengers.
Redneck Avenger.
But Captain America, he's going to be in the next one, though, right?
Is he?
Well, he said that the next one was his last one.
Yeah, but
Is he?
What version of him is going to be in it? Is it a?
Maybe it's Avengers Ghost, Captain America.
Because there's the whole time stone, which can time travel and do stuff, and so maybe they may pluck him out of time or something to help a little bit.
So who do you think they're going to kill?
Captain America, definitely.
Everyone.
Anybody else?
Vision could be taken down. He could always come back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anybody from Guardians of the Galaxy is going to die.
No.
I'm trying to think. Thor. I don't think Thor will die because I think Ragnarok did so well. They're going to want to do another one.
We need one more.
I thought he
movie
was wrapping it up too.
Yeah.
Well, he hasn't said. I mean, supposedly a bunch of their contracts are running out, but I'm guessing Ragnarok did so well. They're going to want to milk that some more. Tony Stark. He may not die. I don't think Tony Stark's going to die. I think he's going to get seriously injured. And he's just going to get sidelined, so he'll be more of a supporting character if they ever need him.
Well, it's funny because all these there was lots of predictions when Civil War came out, right? That this is going to be the one because in the comics Cap dies at the end of Civil War, so and then nobody died. I mean, Rhodey fell 2 miles in a metal suit, and I hurt my leg. It's so.
Yeah, I think Rhodey could die. I think he could die in this one.
Good. So, do you think...
You almost say that like you want him to die,
Yeah,
Chris.
I want him dead.
I think Rhodey could die. We could get rid of that guy.
I mean, I like the guy, but he doesn't do anything in any of the movies. He's just a comic relief.
Changed actors twice.
Taken down.
No, I mean once.
Once. He just gets taken down so easily in every movie.
Yeah,
it's
true.
so bad.
War Machine? Are you really a War Machine? Really?
It's more of a running joke.
So, do you think if Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2's fight with Ego didn't happen, do you think it would change the what happened in this movie?
Oh, with him being more powerful?
Yeah.
Will? I mean, yeah, he would...
So would he have been able to take down Thanos?
I don't know if he'd be able to take him down, but he could fight more on par with him.
You can make a giant Pac-Man to go up against him.
Yeah. I did see for the Captain Marvel movie, they released more of the cast members, and Clark Gregg is on the cast list.
Oh, sweet!
I saw that. Yeah.
Olsen, as well as the guy that played Ronan from the first Guardians, the villain. He's going to be in it along with his number 2 guy that was hunting down Star-Lord. The guy was like, "I'm Star-Lord." He's like, "Who?"
Oh, the cyborg dude.
Yeah, they're both going to be in it.
Oh, cool.
Because it takes place in the past, so they're all alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coulson's not doing too well on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't know if you're watching it. He's slowly...
S.H.I.E.L.D.'s been pretty good, man. I've enjoyed S.H.I.E.L.D. this season. I mean, out of all the shows, we all watch a lot of the same ones, but the ones that I have been watching, I think S.H.I.E.L.D.'s been my favorite. Flash has just been groan-inducing. Arrow, I mean, Arrow hasn't been bad. It's just I just kind of feel like it's the same thing.
Arrow's just Arrow.
It's just so every week it's like this heavy. Oh my God! Listen to me. We must do this thing, and then actually Legends has been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed Legends, but for whatever reason that one just tends to be one where I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I haven't watched Legends in a while. It hasn't been like, yeah, it's a new Legends. I gotta watch it, But like S.H.I.E.L.D. every week, I'm like, oh my God, S.H.I.E.L.D.'s on. I gotta watch it. So mischief they're getting into.
Yeah, I am excited for next season of Legends, where they're going to have John Constantine as a major player. Going to be regular on it.
Mm-hmm. I haven't watched Legends since season 1. I've been watching Black Lightning. It's been good.
Yeah, Black Lightning's been pretty good.
Except for the youngest daughter. I can't stand her. She's the most whiny person I've ever seen on TV.
Poor Lightning.
She gets powers, and she goes, "But I want to have babies one day." And it's like,
you'll have babies with powers.
No, I'm like, come on! I don't want these powers. I want to have babies. I'm like, come on, give me a break.
Being a superhero is hard.
Yeah, but it's funny that. So both daughters have powers now. Spoiler alert. The oldest daughter, she didn't tell her family that she had powers, and she made a costume of her own, and where you couldn't tell it was her. She had a different color hair and this mask on where you couldn't really tell it was her and all this stuff. And then the dude that makes the outfits on the show, I don't know his name. I forget his name. The tailor guy. He goes, "I made you a new outfit." She's like, "Oh, good." And then she puts it on, and it's it just looks exactly like you, wearing see-through sunglasses, you can see through them, but it's just
you can definitely tell it's those actors in those costumes.
But before, when she made her own costume, it was hard to tell. If you didn't, but then they're like, "No, here, just wear these glasses for your costume."
Oh, back to Party City.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of superhero stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
Then you guys want to see Ready Player One soon, hopefully?
Yes.
Yeah, I want to see that. That looks good. We're probably going to go to the drive-in. We've been going to the drive-in movies.
Wow.
So
old-timey folk.
Like old-timey folk.
Wow.
Yeah, they do double features. So
sneaking people in the trunk.
$8. Nice. Yeah, it's $8 a person, and you get 2 movies out of it. And you just the sound comes in through your radio, so you just gotta keep your car closed up, nice and private
Whoa, hey-o.
And then you don't watch the movie.
We have one in Memphis, and it does the double features and all that too. And but the times we've gone, it seemed like one of the times we decided to sit outside of the car, and we had mosquitoes like crazy. So we're like, okay, that was a bad idea, because it's you're because with a kid in the back, and it's like you can't really see, and then you're trying to figure out where everybody can sit, and the sound's not great. I don't know. It just wasn't ideal for our situation, I guess, or whatever. But and then it's fun if you can go with a lot of people and the weather's nice and there's not many mosquitoes, and everybody can kind of back in their cars and you sit on the back and you have your chairs and everybody's just kind of hanging out and talking. But that's
because we've gone during the week and there's like nobody there.
That's awesome.
During the week,
just doing donuts in the parking lot and stuff.
Yep. But they have like these little hills built up, so like you pull your car up, so it kind of tilts your car up towards the screen.
Yeah.
Nice.
Then you get the people that don't know how to. Yeah, some people don't know how to turn their automatic lights off and all that. So
yeah.
I remember one of the times there's a Snoop Dogg movie that was on one of the other screens. I could see it. Is the plane? What was that plane that was like? They had
on the plane?
Soul Plane.
No.
Soul Plane.
That was playing.
Okay.
I was like, oh, that looks interesting. But we saw Inside Out at the drive-in. It was good.
That's cool. Yeah,
there.
And we saw Tomb Raider, which was okay, but to the left of us, they had Black Panther playing. So I just like, oh, there's a car. Just watch that again real quick.
Well, we're at like an hour 25.
Oh my God! We lost everybody.
Super long. We lost everybody. Like
probably 5
Talk about math.
Oh gosh,
talking numbers.
Talking about math.
Yeah, they're like math. What is this?
Geeks don't like.
This is not
like
Joshua the Slice.
Let's look at the spider getting here.
Lucas. I want my Lucas.
Well, last week's episode kind of shot up too there for a little bit.
It's good. Yeah,
done pretty well. Yeah. So I'm glad for him. He's getting some exposure.
Yeah, they just got a couple more days on their Indiegogo site. So if your listeners want to go on there, Vinox Appetite, and give them some money.
Nice.
Or give us some money. We'll take it too.
Or give,
I was going to say, you can go by my website and you can give me some money as well. Thank you.
You have a website with money that we can give?
I do have a website. I don't know that it takes money, but you can get in contact with me via the website, and I'll tell you where to
figure
send
out a way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Send that blank check to me, and I will fill in the amount for you.
I got $25 in my PayPal account today from somebody I know the name, but I don't know. It's this lady that I knew that I worked with at another place, but I don't think it's actually her. But it says, like the description says, for the blue hat or something like that. It's $25. I was like, I don't think this is supposed to go to me.
Oh, wow.
Now you got to go buy a blue hat.
I was like, here's your blue hat, lady.
Oh, man. Well, even though I've been sick, this has been a fun episode. It's always fun when Ray's on.
Oh,
the life of the party.
Stop it.
No, keep going.
Please, more.
We're still waiting on the Houston Comic Palooza to release their...
the end of the month, right?
For their podcast choices. So if we get it, Chris is just going to kidnap you, Ray, and bring you with him.
Sweet.
It'll be fun.
So there's a contest? Do they have to choose you? Or
well,
something?
you submit your podcast to see if you can come do your podcast at the con.
The Palooza.
Con of Palooza.
At the Palooza.
Yeah. So it'll be fun. Hopefully get it.
I'll be appearing at the Palooza.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did find a cheap flight, I think. So I think I could do it.
Just go ahead and book it and then come on down.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Just do it anyway.
Either Allegiant or Frontier. I think it was Allegiant. I could get a decent flight, and I was like, that'd be easy enough. I could do a carry-on and save a little bit of money. But
we'll just get a little cardboard table and we'll just go do it anyway.
Yeah.
That's right. They won't let us in, but we're going to do it anyway.
We'll just walk around the floor and interview people. Be one of those people.
Yeah. A little radio with it, or a little laptop, I guess.
They're the bad boys of podcasts. They don't want us here, but we came anyway.
That's right. We know stuff.
Knocking
Now
around.
endorsed by Lucas the Spider Creator.
I think that'll work.
Personal friends with Mark Hamill and Ryan Johnson.
Mark Hamill liked my tweet.
Yay! I'll have my own table where I'll sign autographs. Oh, you're the guy who Mark Hamill liked his tweet. I'm like, that's me.
Indeed I did, young man. Who should I
$10.
make this out?
And I'm the guy that Judge Reinhold almost ran over.
There you go.
Perfect.
Knowing's half the battle.
We'll make a fortune.
At least $1.50.
Are we at the year mark yet? Have we hit the year?
I think we have.
I think it's like, this week was because it was like the 20-something, right? Like the 26th or something.
I'm trying to
That's
see.
the first.
We're talking long tonight, but oh well, we're gonna do that.
Episode 49.
I guess.
So what do you guys have planned for the Big 50? I guess that's next week, right?
Ooh,
It's a
Ooh,
surprise.
let me tell
What do
you.
we have planned?
There's gonna be confetti and cake.
What don't we have planned?
Should we announce it? I don't.
I wouldn't announce it until it's a done deal.
I think it's a done deal.
I mean, yeah. But you don't want to disappoint people.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen.
Don't disappoint people, Ryan.
I mean, Mark Hamill.
You did more than like the tweet.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
I have him tied up in my basement.
I wouldn't know what to do if Mark Hamill was on this podcast.
Yeah.
I would just probably sit here and be like, pick up action figures of him and just be like,
Yeah.
pointing at them.
Entertain us, Mark. Do some
Yes.
voices.
This is you.
Act for us.
Yes.
Come on, do the Joker.
Lift these rocks with your mind. Do it.
No, we may have somebody on the front of the show, but we'll
Will Friedel.
What?
Will Friedel.
Will Friedel. No.
I
Batman
think
Beyond?
he would be fun to have on.
But yeah, so coming up, we got a guy scheduled for next week. I won't drop it right now. I'll make sure first. And then our friends at Sideline Warning want to come back on. They want to do we come on their show, they come on our show, type thing, and do a
Crossover episode.
You could crossover episode, yeah. We're so CW up in here.
It'd be like Scooby and Supernatural.
Yeah. So they want to do. I'll pitch this to you guys and for our listeners, and because you guys comment so much.
Yeah.
They want to do a crossover episode where we have a sort of a March Madness type bracket, but we do our favorite Disney rides. And we debate it and then reveal
Which one wins?
which one wins.
April Anxiety. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
March Madness.
April Anxiety on I Am Geek. So I think that will that should happen. And then when Jared wants to come back on, we got all kinds of it's people knocking down the door.
I'm telling you.
On the door. Get that exposure.
I had another I don't know why I'm telling all this on the air, but whatever. I had another
Since you're here, might as well tell you.
Comic-Con type thing that wants to come on the show, maybe.
Oh.
Wow. Nice.
But it's not Comic-Con. It's
Comic artist.
Comic book artist.
No, like people in charge of like a Comic-Con.
Oh.
Okay.
An entire Comic-Con wants to come on the show.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're up in Tennessee somewhere. I'd have to look up the name of it. But they may want to come on.
Cool.
Is
Right. It's somebody that I went to high school with, and he's part of the part of it.
cool.
Nice.
There's a lot of cosplaying and stuff. I don't know, it'd be sort of cool.
Yeah,
So much coming up. And then one day we're going to talk about The Push, a Netflix show. So if you haven't watched The Push yet, watch The Push.
Yeah.
Right, you need to watch
yeah.
The Push.
I do.
Go on
Yes.
Netflix, watch, is it Darren Brown?
I think so.
The Push. It's
It's crazy.
the whole show is about Darren Brown getting a real life person to commit murder by the end of the show.
Try to get him to commit murder.
Yeah.
To commit murder.
Like it's all real. Like
It's all real.
Oh.
Like
Well,
all
that's like a good family show.
everybody's actors but him, but the guy that they pick. And so it's like a social experiment where they're trying to get
Almost
this guy to
like
commit
a prank
murder.
show.
Yeah.
Because
It's fascinating.
Where the prank is, gotcha, you
Yeah.
just committed capital murder.
Yeah,
It's
he couldn't.
It's fascinating how your people can be persuaded to do stuff that they normally wouldn't do. And so it's very interesting.
I have some problems with it, but I won't.
Well, yeah.
to my
Could
problems
they do
with
something like shoplifting or something, or vandalism?
I just-
Really?
Well, it starts out with this isn't a spoiler really. It starts out with like a small thing, well, small whatever.
Yeah.
It's someone stealing a baby.
Yeah, they're like, you need to steal this
Oh.
baby.
It's no big deal,
okay.
you know.
Yeah.
To convince this like cop worker to steal a baby.
Oh.
Yeah, that I don't know.
Then they ratchet it up to human trafficking. And,
Yeah. Now I want to do this show so we could just watch Chris squirm in his seat. Catron just sit there and squirm and go, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
It just frustrated me. I don't know
I'm
how
gonna
people
watch.
could be so
I'm
stupid.
gonna watch a series of unfortunate events where they slap
Yeah.
children.
Oh, no. It's
and-
so
and
much worse than
offend- and
murder.
offend poor Ryan.
I need to watch it again. Anyways, we're like way over.
Wow.
This has been the Super Show, episode
4
49.
hours.
What happens when Ray comes on?
What did we say we are going to call this show? I don't remember.
It was the What's Inside Ray Chase.
No. Call it that.
The Journey into Mathematical Land with Ray Chase.
Did we say like the Four Horsemen of the... I don't know. We said something.
Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
Apocalypse.
Or the Siiick episode.
See.
With like 5 eyes.
Ray Chase is sick.
He's not though.
Anyways.
I'm not sick.
Siiick
Ryan's
episode
sick.
with
We're all
Ray
sick.
Chase. Yeah. I don't know.
This episode might make you
Sick.
sick.
With Ray
Be
Chase.
sure
Ray
to wash
Chase.
your
Oh,
hands
man.
after.
How to get hepatitis with Ray Chase.
Or you know what? We can add something about the Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean.
Sick.
That's sick. Wah, 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 wah.
We want the sickness.
This is the longest episode we've ever done.
There was that one where we split it into 2 parts.
This
so
one
I
I
don't
can
remember
split
how
into
long
2
it was.
parts,
Really?
but
Wow.
I'm not going
Yeah.
to. Because I'm lazy. And it's going to be one
People
super
will.
episode. Super
Yeah.
sick episode
Super sick episode.
with the Four Horsemen
Ray
of the
Chase.
Apocalypse.
Ray
Starring,
Chase.
starring
We're
Ray
all
Chase.
doped up on halls.
That's
I
right.
think so. Look at the contact high.
Smell that menthol.
I feel like an old person.
Oh, Jerry.
Anyway. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it. It's like midnight here. Let's wrap
It is
up.
midnight. Yeah.
It's midnight. Cinderella.
It's midnight. The monsters are coming out. We gotta get out of here.
The freaks come out.
Yeah, me. All right. Thank you guys for listening. If you made it all the way to an hour 37, let us know.
Gold star for you.
Let us
Yeah.
know.
Let us
Good
know.
for you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Tweet
Thank
us.
you for hanging on.
The
Through
tweet
all
us
the
secret
math
word.
and all the
Secret
computers.
word, yeah.
And we might no.
What's the secret
Nah.
We'll
word?
give you a prize.
We'll give you a prize.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll
Yeah,
tweet
we
you
said
who
we were
this-
going to do a giveaway. We didn't say we were going to give away on the last one, did we? But we talked about doing a giveaway.
Yeah.
The secret word is sick.
Sick.
There you
If
go.
you tell us the
Keep
secret
back to
word
us.
on social media, I'll private message you who the guest is next week.
Ooh. Insider info.
Yeah, insider info.
That's pretty sick.
Sick, man.
Wow.
All right, see y'all next week on I Am Geek, episode 50, starring Mark Hamill. Have a good night, everybody.